Assalamu alaikum. My name is Sadim Shahid and I am a student of Rehan School and I am a financial opportunity. Today I am going to share my review of today's talk, The Danger of a Single Story by Chimamanda Ngozi. This talk is powerful because it explains how helping only one story about a person, a country, or a culture can create misunderstanding and stereotypes. Uh, Chimamanda used personal stories from her childhood and life experience to show how our opinions are often shaped by the limited stories where we were. One thing that stood out to me was when she talked about growing up in Nigeria, reading books that mostly featured characters from Europe and America. Because of that, when she started writing stories as a child, all her characters had blue eyes, played in the snow, and talked about things that were unfamiliar to her own life. This made her realize how much she stories repeat influence the way we see the world. She also shared another experience about her family, how houseboy fight as a child. She only heard that his family was poor. She never knew anything else about them until she visited their village and saw the beautiful basket they had made. At moment, she understood that people cannot be defined by just one fact or one story. Another important example was when she moved to the United States of college. Her roommates was surprised that Chimamanda spoke English. She was so well and assumed she knew nothing about modern life in Africa. This happened about the roommate had only been exposed to one story about Africa, a story of poverty and suffering. Cominenda explained that while these problems do exist, they are not whole story. Africa is also a creativity, talent, culture, innovation, and success. The biggest lesson I learned from this talk is curiosity are not always completely false, but they are incomplete. They focus on only one part of reality and ignore everything else. When we believe only one story, we miss the richness of the complexity of people lives. I believe this message is especially important today because social media and the internet often show only one side of people events. Before making judgment, we should always try to learn more and the different perspectives. Overall, I found the danger of a single story to be spring eye-opening and deeply meaningful. Chimamanda Ngozi remind us to every person has many stories and every culture has many voices. By listening to different stories, we can break stereotypes, build empathy, and create a more inclusive world. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe. See you in the next video. Allah Hafiz.